Good afternoon and welcome. Happy New Year. Take a deep breath, make sure I've got everything going here. It is 3:30 on Monday, January 6th, 2025. I have to start saying that. I've already written a couple checks and had to make sure that I didn't put 24 on there. This is Pat Mayer. You have arrived at Pat's Stamping Place. And I'm just taking a deep breath because I've kind of been stamping on the fly this afternoon. So I'll wait a second and see if anybody hops on. It's been a while. I skipped last week because right at the last minute I had some connection problems, and I knew that if I had to go upstairs where my router is and reboot the system, I would be majorly late. So I just kind of canceled. So tell me what's going on. We have avoided that major storm that went south of us. Let me see here. What am I doing? Okay. But we did get quite a bit of snow. What, Friday? Yesterday? I've lost track of time. Yesterday was Sunday. So enough that my snowplow person had to come and plow. So that gives you a clue, but nothing like, what is going on elsewhere in the country. But it is cold. It's in the 20s. I've got my little heater on down here. Okay, nobody's hopping on. We're 2 minutes in, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you saw the preview, we're going to make a cake today. No calories, just a cake. And the stamp set that I'm using is Cake Celebrations. So let's flip down to my desktop. This was the one I was actually starting to work on last week, and then I switched to something else, so today I came back to it. It's a bundle. There are 14 dies and 23 stamps. So just when you think you don't need anything else having to do with cakes and birthdays and anniversaries, this comes along and you need it. So before I get started, this is the last day that I won't be able to show you the inside of the celebration and the January to April mini catalog. This goes live tomorrow, and the mini catalog is January through April, and the celebration is through February 28th. Hello, Lorena from Matthews, North Carolina. It's kind of cold down there, isn't it? I have a granddaughter. I don't know where Matthews is, but I have a granddaughter who is in Camp Lejeune, and I saw that it was in the 20s there this morning. Maybe it's gone up a little bit with rain. So anyway, welcome. So I'm going to put this away and get started. All right, this is an online exclusive, which means that it can only be found in the online store. We can get things more frequently and not have to wait for a catalog, because our catalogs roll out in May through the whole year, and we have those items, and then we have the mini catalogs that last 6 months, and then we have Celebration. So this gives Stampin' Up! An opportunity to add other products, so we call them online exclusives. And they are a lot of fun. But I am using today one of the, you're close to Charlotte, okay. Been through there, that's always kind of a bottleneck, and I know that you can get ice through there too. So this is one of the 6x6 designer papers that will be in that mini catalog coming up. and it is called Beautiful Bokeh, B-O-K-E-H. And what that means is it's a blurred background. And you see this a lot of times on TVs where the person is up close and then the background is blurred. So that's what this is. We used to have a bokeh background stamp, I believe, quite some time ago. But anyway, this is fun. So the bokeh front has these little circles. So some are lighter, some are darker, excuse me. And the colors are, I need my glasses for this. Balmy Blue, Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, and Fresh Freesia. Then on the other side is a bokeh as well, but not as pronounced as the front side. Just a little bit more monochromatic, although this seems, as I look at this is the first time I actually looked at all of these. That brought in some of the Fresh Freesia. Ooh, that's pretty. So I'll be using this a lot. It's good to kind of pick up what we've got here. And I'm using this one today. So that would be the Balmy Blue. Okay. Excuse me. I was coughing a few weeks ago and kind of still coughing. So with this stamp set, you can see that you've got a cake stand and in the dies, we also have a cake plate that you can cut out. I'm using the cake stand today. You've got something that might look like the cake has already been eaten a little bit. I'm not quite sure about that one. Just different cake pieces, sizes for the frosting, plus your words: celebrate, birthday, anniversary, wedding day, and happy. And then you've got some candles, of course, and some things that would indicate brilliance, I guess. And we're going to decorate today with some flowers. So again, I told you I'm kind of stamping on the fly, so we'll figure it out here. But let me show you these dies. They're a little bit different. Oh, we've got a banner here, and I'll show you the little card that I've got made with one of the banners, or with the banner. And I have already cut out the cake pieces here. So we're going to build a cake like that on the cake stand. And then this is probably my favorite, where you can put frosting like it's dripping down the side of your cake. Here is the cake plate. So I'm not using that one today. And then these are little pieces, and these do cut out individually for like the layers of the cake. But I'm going to stamp the layers of the cake. And then we've got the flowers and the leaf things. So a lot of little pieces, parts here. But it's going to be pretty simple. But I have pre-cut the cake stand, and we'll just kind of lay this out so you can get an idea. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Get an idea of where I'm going with this. So I'm making a layer cake that is 2 of the big pieces high. So this is going to be a high one. So maybe this could end up being a wedding cake or an anniversary cake. Whereas the small one is like that big. And then these frosting pieces that just kind of flow over the edge, and I kind of like a white cake with some chocolate frosting, so that's why I went with that. And we've got you could make your cake stand out of anything. And then we're going to put some flowers on the top. So before I start, I want to put some layers in this. So this is going to be like a 4-layer cake. Hello, Shirley, welcome. And so I've pulled out the larger of the cake layers. There's a small one that goes with a small one too. And this is going to be like a vanilla frosting in here. So for the vanilla, I'm using Basic Beige. That was the closest that I could get to that. So let's put that kind of in the middle. Okay. It doesn't look too appealing, but I think when it dries a little bit, it will be okay. On this next one, I think I'll stamp it off a little bit. Let's find a piece of paper I can stamp off on. Because it tends to look a little green. Maybe that wasn't the best. Okay. Even though this is the back side of that, I'm going to turn it over and switch to, I think I've got it out here. I have a lot of, yep, there we go. Pecan pie, that's going to be a better one. So there is a front and a back to the dies when they cut out, and it does look like this is the back side, but I think once I get it decorated, nobody's going to know the difference. So we're going to turn that over, switch to some pecan pie, and let's see what that looks like before I put it on there. Ah, that looks much better. So just make a note to myself that Basic Beige does not make good frosting. So I hope you all had a happy new year and celebrated, tooted some horns maybe. I had 3 other ladies over, and since we're a little not really nighttime people, they were gone by 9:15, but we had a good time, a lot of laughs, especially when it came time to toot the horns, but I doubt that anybody was awake, although I was awake at midnight when the ball dropped. I just didn't watch the ball drop. So there we've got a vanilla cake with some chocolate frosting in the middle. Let's wipe that off. And this is my favorite part, is to put this frosting on here. And this is where these tweezers come in very, very handy. And these tweezers come with the embossing basics. And you get an embossing buddy, you get these tweezers, and then you get the embossing plate or tray, I guess. That's a tray. That would be a better word for it. So let's grab some liquid glue. Little dot on the end there. I'm going to let that lay over a little bit. So there's a little bit that you can see back here. So when I put this one here, it can kind of slip in there. Okay, this is going to be one delicious cake. But back to New Year's, this was my second annual. We just had some snacks, including some shrimp, sauerkraut balls. Who likes pork and sauerkraut? Are you in an area where you do pork and sauerkraut for New Year's? That's always been my family's tradition, which I did have the next day. Okay, so there we have our cake. Let's put this on here. And this piece is a full 5.5 by 4.25 to cover the front of our basic white. That is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Hello, Rose. Thank you. Good to see you. Glad I'm back too. And now let's build our cake. And let's see, I think I'm going to use some dimensionals to pop this up. Yesterday was Take Down the Decorations Day. And for some reason, that's not nearly as much fun as it is putting up Christmas decorations. It kind of took all day to get it done and put things in some different totes to try and get them a little bit more organized, if that's possible. Okay, and now I think we need some big dimensionals, so it's time to open a new pack. Oh, you did get, but Stephanie didn't. Okay, I will check on that again. I probably will need to order some, so just tell her that it will be a little bit longer, but I will have them within the next week or so. Okay, let's add 2 to this one. I'm going to put that so that it's sitting on there. And that one can go behind there just a little bit. And now let's put some pretty leaves and flowers on here. So this might be something for more like an anniversary or a wedding. I don't know. You can decorate it any way you want. I'm going to put that behind there. Then I can put the flower in the front. So there's a large leaf, a small leaf, and when it came time to cut out the flowers, the dies, I just had trouble getting them arranged the right way, so I ended up fussy cutting the flowers. Let's see here. Put another one there, and trying to keep it in balance a little bit. And I've got these extras, so again, not knowing what this is going to end up being, I'm just going to go ahead and put these extras inside. Get it up here so you can see what I'm doing. And I got a few samples that I will show you. Now this would also make a great birthday card, put birthday on the inside. You don't always have to put your sentiment on the outside. In fact, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so there is our card. Again, I said I was kind of stamping on the fly with this one because there's so many different things that you can do with this bundle. Let's add some bling to it, okay? These are online low profile dots. Let's put one up here on this flower. And one over here on the background. And one down here on the frosting. What are the shadowed shapes on page 19? I will look, although I cannot show the catalog yet. I will look for you. I guess if you look at the sample above, it stamps the background and then leaves those berries and leaves more neutral or white with those samples up there. I actually had not noticed those, but they look very interesting. Okay, so there's today's sample. Let me show you what else I've made. Kind of clean up my mess a little bit. Okay, here's one that's a happy birthday. And I just cut a circle out with stylish shapes, or forget which circle I used on that. That is this large circle from Everyday Details, and I'll show you the Everyday Details circle in the next card. I just cut that out and decorated that one. Now on here, I just used a square of white and then stamped 3 different layers, and I didn't do anything else with that, and just added some gems and the leaves and the flowers. And then this one, just kind of funky. I was playing around and used some of the new paper. This I really like. Where did I put it? Okay, I must have taken it on the other side of the room. Anyway, we've got some, oh, we can add Wink of Stella to this. That's what I need to do, because I'd put it away. Let's add Wink of Stella to our frosting. That really does help. Okay. So this was a yellow cake. And I just took 3/4-inch strips of the designer paper. Cannot believe that I moved that. But anyway, you'll like it. And lots of candles on that one. And then this one is the one that's going to go to my little great-granddaughter. She's a pink girl. She will be 1. And on this banner, I tried to write her name, but I just couldn't do it. And I did need to use the adhesive sheets to get that. Otherwise, it would have been really, really hard to glue. And there's some glitter here, and this is the same paper that this came from. Oh, goodness. It escapes me. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, here's her little birthday card. And then inside, I put happy birthday from the stamp set. And then I cut out the 1 and then just wrote ST. Happy first birthday. And if you ever get stuck using or not using a lot of your designer paper, add a panel of designer paper on your inside and then put that panel there. It really, I think, kicks it up a little bit. And I know I've always got extra paper left over, paper I didn't use. I've got a lot of paper that's retired, so I'm going to, or will be retired after today. So I will be using it. So there we go. Bright, cheerful, happy, and ready for the new year. So there we go. I will see you next week. Oh my gosh, do you believe? Here it is, the 6th of January. So we're already through the first week. And these months are just going to go fast, like last year did. So take care. Have a great rest of the week. Get creative and stay warm. So I think we're all in an area. So thanks, Nancy. Just got home. Love your ideas. So super. Talk to you soon, everybody, and take care. Bye-bye.